Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your first conversation on Turn Up on 7. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're on your way to work, wish you safe travels. If you're already at work or at school, take your time, enjoy this conversation while you get into your daily chore. It's time for us to talk about Jiu-Jitsu. So, if you do not know what it is, today we're going to find out more about what's the dynamic behind Jiu-Jitsu. We're going to talk also about the Belize Dark Arts Academy. Let's get to know what the academy is about, how can you get involved. And of course, there's going to be a demonstration where Renata is going to be participating with the Jiu-Jitsu trainers on some self-defense techniques that can be applied. So let me introduce our guests. We have Mr. Ronald Hyde and Mr. Benito Chub, both Jiu-Jitsu instructors. Good morning, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us today on the show. Despite the weather, you're here early, and we're so thankful for that. So let's do a quick check-in. How are you, Benito? How are you feeling today?
Good.
Good? You ready for what we have planned today?
Yeah, anything for Jiu-Jitsu I'm always down for.
Lovely. How about you, Mr. Hyde?
I'm doing great. Can't complain. Like Ben said, whatever it comes to Jiu-Jitsu, that's what we're here for.
Awesome. Let's get into what Jiu-Jitsu is in the first place. Could you guys give us like a little synopsis of what it really is so people can have a definition? I also asked that your definition could be, I would say, in the layman term, because we have young people from ages like 5 that watch this show too. So.
Sure.
Okay, well, the first thing I would want to impress on people is that first and foremost, Jiu-Jitsu is an exercise in logic, meaning everything that you do has to make sense. But the beauty of it is that because it's a logical exercise, you have techniques that will work regardless of age, sex, your physical, like if you're really fit or people who are not, who are unfit and so on, or just starting and so on. An example of this is Americana, right? Which is a type of shoulder lock that we teach at the beginner's level. But because the technique works, you can do it from the beginner's level all the way to the expert level.
Okay.
And so the one thing that makes it unique, or the one thing that really sets us apart in a class in itself, is that it will give you directly what you put in. So to get good at Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, to put it in layman's terms, you have to do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Okay.
Right.
And Jiu-Jitsu is martial arts. What is it exactly?
Well, it's actually a martial art. It's basically, to sum it up, it's wrestling, but submission-based, meaning the goal is to submit your opponent either with a chokehold, an arm lock, joint lock. Yeah.
So you're submitting your opponent, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I can't wait for the demonstration side to be able to see firsthand, because it's one thing to talk about it, but the next thing to actually see what happens in that realm.
Well, to clarify something here, just so that it's understood, in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, there are two ways of looking at it. You could look at it from a defensive perspective, or you could look on a more offensive perspective, right? We talk about submissions, that's more of a offensive, like you're going to trying to hurt someone. But if you're on the other end of the spectrum where you have to defend yourself, then it also plays a huge role in that as well.
And then you always have to have your logic, because that's kind of what stood out to me too as well. Make sure you're having like a logical stance in which this thing is going to work, it works in this way. And so I guess you're analyzing your situation too as well?
Yes, of course, because it's more like you're seeing what your opponent is doing, or whoever is doing what, and then from there you're making the most logical choice to submission, because the aim of our sport, the aim of our martial arts sport, the aim of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is to submit your opponent. So
awesome. So can we talk about benefits too as well? Like, what are the benefits that Jiu-Jitsu comes with? Jiu-Jitsu, man. This word is getting to me.
I love it.
We could say it together, Jiu-Jitsu.
Jiu-Jitsu.
Yes, ma'am.
You know when you say it really fast, I think that's what messes up.
twisted.
No, I'm not going to do it fast.
Or you could say
Mr. Hyde, you could go ahead and tell me the benefits. I'm not even going to say the word for a minute. I'm going to process it and then get to it. But
Okay. When it comes to Jiu-Jitsu, there's a bunch of benefits. The main one for me would be self-confident. You can also develop or get in better shape. Where is it, man?
I would definitely say the shape thing. Getting in shape is the first and foremost. I think you remember me when I was a bit bigger.
Yeah.
And I've stuck with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for like about 5 years. So I've gone from like 220 pounds to current like 175.
Wow.
Around
Wow.
that. And you could ask him, like, I was really a big,
Yeah, you were
really
heavy.
big boy.
You
Yeah.
were on the heavy side more.
And all I did was Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's one of those things you kind of have to pull the trigger on to get the benefits of.
Commit yourself.
Commit yourself, because how do I say this? I'll say something that a lot of people like to say when they think about martial arts or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, especially, is that they want to wait in shape to start it and so on. And that's that's very valid. I mean, you're going to be moving against someone, but. Do you guys have niece, nephews?
I have a nephew.
Yeah.
Okay. So how would you feel if your niece or nephew would say, "Hey, I don't want to go to school until I'm smart"?
Yeah.
I get
Right?
you. Yeah.
So to get the benefits, you really actually have to put an effort into doing this. And the benefits include the weight loss for sure, the self-confidence for sure, but also the level of training that you get. As we can all see in the news, that there's a high rise of crime happening. So in those situations where you kind of have to defend yourself, you will always fall back on the level of training that you have. And if you have a lot of training, well, you have a lot of options. If you don't, well...
Yeah.
And I feel like you'd be more tactical if you have a lot of training, so you can really be able to analyze the situation and be like,
Comes
I
to,
can do this.
discipline or like mental, like logic, stability, all of those things have to come in. I'm thinking has to come in place with jiu-jitsu.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I mean, thank you for sharing your story. I think that makes it more of like you owning it, given that you see your journey and your transformation into it, right? So thank you for sharing that. Let's get to know more about the Belize Dark Arts Academy. Where's the academy located? What kind of services? What kind of membership like? And what can people do there?
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well, currently our current location is in Bilama, Phase 2, behind the police station.
Okay.
But we are in the process of transitioning to a newer location. Our new facility will actually be, I don't know the exact address, but I'll just put it like in broad curl.
Okay.
The old IT vet building, the second floor. Yeah, St. Thomas. And St. Thomas, second floor, will be there. So June 1st, that will be our new location. And some of the stuff that we offer would be from kids, teenagers, and adults. And the way we treat jiu-jitsu and so on, you have to know your personnel. You have to know who you're teaching and so on. So every session is tailored for that. You have kids that see it just as a way to express some energy, and then you have some teens that see it like, yeah, this is what they're into, and then you have some adults that are I just see this as a hobby. This is what I like to do. I see my friends. I get to choke them out. So we have different stuff that you can do now, and for the more serious people that are more into it, we also offer like the opportunities to compete. Currently, for example, we're getting ready for a competition in Guatemala. So. We're prepping our guys and so on. So we offer all of those services when it comes to our stuff.
We love it. So thank you for sharing that detail about Belize Dark Academy. I'm thinking if people want to find out more information about the academy and get to register and become a member, is there a contact information you can share?
Well, they can message our page. We have an active Facebook and Instagram page.
Okay.
I'm the one that answers that, so I'll definitely get back to you.
Remember, guys, it's Belize Dark Arts Academy on Facebook and Instagram as well.
Yes.
And so you can message in. Is there an age range for the children that they can be able to join?
Yes, we actually put the limit at 6.
Okay.
And the reason is pretty simple, because jiu-jitsu, yes, will require some level of flexibility. And at a young age, kids are still growing, still developing. We rather wait till they reach a solid stage at 6, and then we start them up.
Awesome. So from age of 6, you can be able to register your child in. You're going to be changing locations, but all of that could be worked out when you be able to message in on the page. And so it's going to be something great for people to be, especially summer right now when we have all these kids with stuff, with nothing to really do. They're not in school.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so you're going to be able to learn how you said what is it called again? The neck lock thing that you were talking about. I can't remember the name.
Chokehold?
Chokehold. Thank you for that. I did not remember the name of it, but I knew it was a fancy name, chokehold. So all of these things the children can be able to learn, and I want to make parents think about it not on the offensive side where they're going to try to beat up anybody, but in the case that you're not around and your child needs to protect themselves, it's very, very important that they are able to do that when you're not in present. So super important to at least the basics, that them learn something so they can be able to be on alert for something happens to them. Because right now things are super crazy, all kind of things that happen. So it's good to have these children have these basic tools.
Our ethos at Belize Dark Arts Academy is pretty simple. We're training you for anyone, anywhere, any place, jiu-jitsu. You know,
Great.
You never know what might happen at the randomest time. So it's better to have options and not need it than need it.
Okay, so thank you, Benito, thank you, Ronald, for giving us this insight into jiu-jitsu, where the academy is located, and how can people, register and become a member. We're gonna be taking a commercial break right now, but we're back. We're gonna be having demonstration with Renata and on some self-defense. So something that if you're watching us, you can also take some notes and apply it if it ever comes to that. So.
Buenos dias, mi amors. Welcome back to Sun Up on 7. We were just having an exciting conversation on the Belize Dark Arts Academy, and so now we're having a demonstration. And so any of you have been in a situation where somebody came on your back or you're trying to get them off of you, so we're going to be having that demonstration on how we can be able to have self-defense. Again, for people that are wondering if their children can be able to be registered into this at age 6, that's the youngest they are taking children, and you can go to the Belize Dark Arts Academy for information on Facebook or Instagram. So message in, guys, and get your children registered. But we're going to be having our demonstration now. So Benito, you're going to be doing your thing, and then I'm going to do it afterwards. So let's make the pros do it, and then, the child.
All right. So the first technique we're going to show is how to get someone off of your back. Like if someone rushes you, grabs you from behind the back. The first thing I want to impress, though, is that with any technique, the first step is to remain calm. All right. Doesn't help if your mind's all over the place. Remain calm. So Renal here will grab me here, and this is a common situation, right? The first thing you want to do, again, remain calm. Find your balance, right? If your knees are straight up like this, you're very unbalanced, chances are you're gonna trip. So remain balanced, keep your knees bent low, have a good grip. Now, you're gonna have to pick a leg. Any leg, it doesn't matter, I'm picking this leg, right? He can hold this as tight as he wants. All I'm doing, I'm aiming for the ankle. The ankle is important because it really has a lot to do with your balance. So I'm going to grab the ankle and I'm going to pull up in a similar fashion like a deadlift, all right? So here, right or no? Mm-hmm. Oops. That's it. One more time. Here, again, remain calm, get it balanced, have a good grip, grab the ankle and lift straight up like you mean it. And just go. In a situation where, especially you're defending yourself, if you don't feel comfortable and you already have that person off of you, escape. Get out of dodge, right? So we're gonna have Miss Renata try it now.
Oh my gosh. You okay? You felt so hard.
I'm good.
Okay. Okay, remain calm.
Find your balance.
Find my balance.
All right, so you have to pick a leg, right?
Oh, pick a leg. I'm left-handed, so can I pick my left leg, I guess?
So, yeah, all right. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna walk all the way over. So, yeah, so like that. So my feet is pretty much here.
Yeah, okay, got it.
All right.
You ready?
Grab the ankle. Lift up.
I did it! Let's do it again.
Yeah,
let's do it again. I can do it. Promo. Okay.
So I'm gonna hold her tight.
Okay, we're walking on the street. Okay.
Hold tight. Remain. Find your balance. Walk to the side. Lift up.
Gangsta.
And let me ask you, how much strength did you use just now?
Actually use minimal I don't think I really did anything. It's like you're pulling off anything normal.
And that's one of the things with jiu-jitsu, right? It doesn't require a lot of strength. It requires a technique, right? So we're going to talk about how to get someone off of you. This is another common situation. You have someone on top of you, right? No, you can't just get up, right? If I just get up, I can't, right? He's just going to push me down. So we're going to do a move called trap and roll. Pick a side, left, right, it doesn't matter. Since you mentioned that you're right, so you're going to do your left, you're going to do it on your left, but pretty much the technique remains the same. I'm going with this side. So I'm going to shoot first with my hands, so my armpit is at least by his wrist. I grab, I hold the tricep, and I bring this elbow to my ribs. For kids, we call it like you're chicken winging it, like a chicken wing. So we're here, chicken, I have that causes that drop.
on the same side. So if I trap this arm, I'm trapping that same side leg. My foot comes all the way over the ankle, and my free foot stays in the middle, and I'm bringing that as close to my butt. All I'm doing is I'm going to bridge up, so I get my hips to the ceiling, and I'm rolling on the side that I trap, right? Bridge up, roll.
Sorry about that.
Let's try it again. Same thing. Swim out, trap, pull. Trap the leg. Bridge up, roll.
And that's it.
That one seems a little bit harder, but I feel like, you know.
He'll guide you, so you lie down and
Okay.
I'll go on top of it.
Okay.
Glasses.
Okay.
Take off now.
Oh, take off my glasses, yeah. Okay. And so I'm gonna chicken leg it.
Wing, yeah.
Chicken wing it. Like that.
And then drop the leg.
Bring, this leg doesn't trap.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, bring this as close to your butt.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, there.
Push your hips up to the ceiling and roll on the shoulder.
Push my hips up to the ceiling and roll on my shoulder. Oh! I don't know what I did, but I did it correctish. Woo! Okay. So sadly we ran out of time to do a second one, but I loved it, guys. This is not that hard. Oh yeah, I should see. I should be able to see. Guys, so it's not that hard. Remember, again, if you are interested in having your child learn about self-defense or anything in that matter, please make sure you message in the Belize Dark Arts Academy. And my holy brain is still the drive up and everything, but make sure they're on Instagram and they're also on Facebook, guys. Message them. They're having a seminar for women on self-defense very, very soon. June 18th. So please, please, please register, go in, get it done, learn, register your children. You can go as well for yourself. There's a lot that's been happening in Belize. Make sure you stay protected.